Hello, 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 y'all. Tyler Ramey is back today with a delicious, as you can see, Panda Express Eat Dinner with Me eating show, mukbang, whatever you want to call it. And I am starving, so I'm going to get right down to it and then we'll start chatting. I've got this little, we'll see how this works. I'm going to try this. This should be a better angle for you guys. Now, in this deliciousness, let me go ahead and get everything out here. Fortune cookie for later. Napkins, I've got a couple Veggie Spring Rolls here. And because apparently they thought that I was a family of 3, they gave me 3 forks. Sadly, this is all for me. So, I also brought my chopsticks because I knew they would not include them. And yes, I keep these from takeout places. Just for situations such as these. Put my napkins over here. And I have got to drink some, as you know, grapefruit, I'm starved and out of my mind. Grapefruit, sparkling water. The cats are watching me. I love how now they just sit and watch the videos. Not that they're being creepy or anything. Have to have it over ice, baby, you know. This sparkling water is becoming famous on these videos. Aldi, again. There's no need, I love LaCroix, but there's no need to pay $4.99 for 12. Okay, that goes down there. So I'll get to the spring rolls in just a second. Let me go ahead and open them so I don't forget them. And inside here, we have honey walnut shrimp, lo mein, and steamed white rice. So, I'm so excited, y'all. Can I reach my sriracha without spilling everything? Come on, come on, come on. It's like a movie. Oh my God. Okay. I'm running low on this, sadly. So, we're going to get right to it because your homeboy is starving. Come on now. You know what happens in these situations? You squeeze like crazy and then it all comes out in one big blob like that. This down here for just a moment. And I do have the fork nearby because sometimes it's a little difficile, in the French words, to get rice on your chopsticks. So let's mix this around a bit. Go ahead and get my spring rolls here on the side just so we're all ready to go before we even get to chatting, because I have a feeling of when this throwdown begins, it's going to be all she wrote. I'm swallowing hard. I haven't gotten this honey walnut shrimp, so I'm excited. 2 Veggie Spring Rolls. Scoot you over just a bit. I'm going to put my water down here, but just believe me when I say it's down there. I'm going to scoot this over so I can put the spring rolls there. And let's get started. I'm going to scoot this a bit closer to me, just because I don't want to drip everywhere. See, it's hard to get rice on your chopsticks. I love plain, unadulterated white rice. A little honey pecan here, or walnut rather. That's good with that rice. The shrimp is very sweet. Plain rice, obviously. With that sriracha, baby, oh yeah. It's famous. Alright, let's see if I can pick this up with the chopsticks. I did it! So inside these, we have cabbage, lettuce, looks like onions, carrots, all kinds of assorted veggies. Let's mix up this lo mein and give it a try. We've only I say recently, only in the past year or so have we had Panda Express. Maybe a little bit longer than that in our area. Yum. Very good. And again, I know not many people like just plain white rice. I could live on plain white rice. Let's give the shrimp a taste. Mm-hmm. And one thing I forgot, soy sauce. I'll be right back. I'm magically back with soy sauce, reduced sodium soy sauce. I'm just gonna put a little on the rice and the lo mein. Because surprisingly, as spillage, as super salty as Panda Express is and is known to be, this is not super salty. And the cats are starting their tirade, so just, if the thing gets knocked over, I will edit it out. But there are no promises when it comes to these cats. Go. No. Oy. See what happens? Can you? Go. Go, go. You can come later. Go on. Go. See what happens, folks? You can't have any. You've already had your food. Somebody wanted to know about my cats. This is Gray Kitty. She actually does have a name. Can you please? She actually does have a name. Her name is Cece. Now, she is named Cece for 2 reasons. One, you know what? I can't do the rice anymore with the soy sauce, so I'm just gonna... Now, both the cats are okay. I'm gonna get one of my 3 forks. Okay, kitties. It's all about them, folks, clearly, okay? But I think they're gonna be calm. I can't get much rice on the fork with the chopsticks, rather, so I'm gonna resort to this method. The good old stand by. Honey, you don't need this. You've already had your food. Nope. You can't have this. You are allergic. Just tell her that. No, she wants that. Can y'all go play? Go play. Ripley's going. Don't you want to go? Do you want to go with her? Hold on, folks. This is welcome to my life. Oh my gosh, it's a close encounter. Great kitty. I love you, but no. Anyway, her name is Cece, the gray one. She was named after Cece Bloom from Beaches. Bette Midler, anyone? It also stands for Christmas Cap because I got her around Christmas time. Well, semi-Christmas time, early December. So she's still relatively new to the equation. But it's been very good for my original kitty, Ripley, named after Sigourney Weaver, Aliens, to have a companion. I say that as they run amok 24/7 in my home. Let's have another shrimpy, shall we? These are like lightly fried, which is yummy, with a deliciousness, kind of a sweet glaze. Pretty good, I gotta tell you. Very good, actually. That flavor on that shrimp, yum. So I had another off day today. Well, off day. I had to go and teach a couple classes, but I wanted to do that. But the rest of the day I just kind of had to chill out, relax. But I find when I have a lot of that time on my hands, I start rearranging furniture, and ended up rearranging furniture for most of the day. That has been something that has been inbred in me for my entire life. Inbred? What about the word choice? Anyway, it's been in my head, is that you need to rearrange furniture sometimes, living room, bedroom. So I did that, moved some furniture around. That celery is surprisingly, hear that? Crunchy. Crunchier than this Veggie Spring Roll. So backstories on the cat. The new kitty, Cece, Gray Kitty. She, my dear friend from work, her sister actually found this cat, and we're assuming that the cat was set out at her house and was initially, or had been her whole life, an inside kitty. And by whole life, I mean very short. She's only about a little over a year. But anyway, she was an inside kitty who got dropped off at my friend's sister, who's also my friend's house. And her sister was keeping it as an outside cat, sort of, like she was just living outside, the little gray kitty, bless it. But she wanted to be in, y'all, so bad she would just stand at the door and cry and meow to come in. She was not used to being outside. And so my friend would try to let her inside, but she is very allergic, so that was not a fun time to be had. So I don't say suckered, I volunteered because I did want a friend for my other cat, so I picked her up to own and brought her and introduced her to the current kitty. Now let me give you a backstory on her, and then I'll tell you about the introduction process. Oy, that was a fun couple weeks. So Ripley, the OG baby, the original cat on the block, she actually lived at a gym, believe it or not, downtown in my city. You know when your food makes you want to play patty cake? Gosh, that shrimp is good. She was living at a gym downtown. Somebody had set her out, and one of the trainers there actually was trying to find her a home on Facebook. And another dear friend of mine who is crazy cat obsessed, and let me preface all this by saying I was never a cat guy, okay? Never, ever. I thought, ugh, you and your cats, keep them. Because I don't care. They're hairy. They're jerks. Which is still sometimes true. And I don't know, I was just always a dog person. But I saw this kitty via my friend who was helping them at the gym try to get the word out that this cat needed adoption. And I thought there's just something unique about this cat. She was white. She was very strange looking. She wasn't your typical cat. And I told my friend, I said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go look at her and just meet her. And if it works out, fine. If it doesn't, fine. Well, y'all, of course, when I saw her, I was suckered in. She was so sweet. Little bitty sweet thing. And brought her home. And that was my first cat ever. Excuse me. Got the sparkling water belches. However, she's a very neurotic cat, the original cat. She, very much like her owner. She's very OCD about things. She's very on edge sometimes. I feel like she mimics me well. This is the white kitty, keep in mind. So I had her for about a year alone in the house. She hid for about a week when I first got her, but then she was fine. She's never really been, she's more so now because of the new kitty, but she was never super affectionate. So like I would pick her up and she would be okay with it, but she would want down. Well, she's gotten a little bit better since the new kitty, but she's still not that big on affection, which is fine by me because I didn't want a drama queen cat who required 24/7 attention. So when I introduced Gray Kitty to new kitty, or I'm sorry, the new kitty, Gray Kitty, to the original kitty, it was a train wreck. I remember telling my friend, I'm gonna have to bring her back. They hate each other. I didn't understand that introducing a new cat to a existing cat environment would be so stressful and so complex. I did it sort of on my own and basically kept them separated for a couple days, one in the new kitty in the laundry room and Ripley up here, obviously. But after 3 or 4 days, I thought, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I introduced them upstairs. They hated each other, but guess what? After about 2 days, they were fine. And they would hiss and scratch at, but never anything like where I thought they were going to hurt the other one, or I obviously wouldn't have, let it go on. And I kept them separated during the day when I wasn't here. But I mean, I started researching it online. You are supposed to keep them separated in separate rooms for apparently weeks, okay, and just let them smell each other through under the door and slowly introduce them 5 minutes at a time for a couple, 3 weeks, or a month, or it could even take 6 months. I don't have that kind of time. I'm very impatient when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like, they're here, they need to get along, this is a situation, they just need to get over it. But apparently that's not how you're supposed to do it. But mine worked out fine. I think these noodles keep regenerating. So, if you're ever interested in cat introductions, do your research, but also don't get too bogged down with that stuff. Do how it's going to work for you. I knew that mess was not going to work for my schedule. I didn't have time to introduce them for 6 months through the crack of the door, okay? Honey, I'm a busy man. I got to film eating videos on YouTube. Clearly. So that's the grand story of how my cats came to be. I was always a dog guy growing up, but I'm telling you, dogs are needy, y'all. Not needy, but I shouldn't say needy. They're sweet. But I kind of like that my cats and I are on like a roommate basis. It's like, hey, what's up? All right, bye. I'll see you later or tomorrow. And they're lovey when they want to be, and then they're not when they're not. Whereas a dog needs constant attention. It's kind of like a spouse. You have to let it go out to the bathroom like a spouse. Hopefully they're potty trained. But I just, the thought of letting a dog out to pee multiple times a day never appealed to me. And kitty litter, as long as you stay on top of it, is very low on the smell department. And if you get a good kitty litter, a name brand, it's very good quality. It doesn't stink. I mean, obviously, if you let it sit there for a week. If you clean it every day or every couple days, then you don't have to worry about them going out. No. And y'all, I don't understand. Can somebody explain this to me? I don't understand how cats, this whole episode is just going to be about cats. How cats can innately know to use the litter box. Both my cats, Ripley and Cece, were not litter box trained when I got them. But the day that I brought them home, y'all, they instantly knew exactly what to do with the litter box. How is that possible? Like the way I'm catching the noodle. I don't understand how that's possible. They instantly know how to go to the litter box and clean them up after themselves. I guess that's just known from their back in the Serengeti days. I don't know. Did they even live in a sand environment where they were kicking sand over their feces? I understand they don't want other cats to smell it, but where did cats come from? I guess I should know that first. Before they were domesticated. I'm assuming everywhere. I'm also looking right now at behind you, which is the back of my house. I can see very expensive cat beds that I bought. Do you think that they use them? No. Where do you think they sleep? On the hardwood floor. Or the bed or the couch. You think they sleep anywhere near their beds? No. At this point, the beds are strictly for decoration, which, good thing they're gorgeous beds, but they don't want anything to do with those beds. They would rather torment me. Also, they are on a completely nocturnal schedule, okay? And I mean that in the fullest sense of the word. They sleep all day. And then about 7 p.m., 8 p.m., they're wild. Now, I have no idea where they are right now, which worries me because that means they're doing something they probably should not. Because usually this is their, about 8 o'clock, this is their gallop around time, tear the house down, wreak havoc, and they're being quiet, which is slightly worrisome. I don't know what this little crunchy veggie is, an onion? Onion. Let me also say, on the cat front, that I am done with 2, okay? That is my limit. I always knew that I eventually would want to get one as a companion, but 2 is enough. I feel like after that they become like Beanie Babies, and you just start collecting them, and you got to try to catch them all like the Pokemon. No, you don't. No, nobody needs that many cats running around their house. 2 is plenty. If you want to have multiple cats, have at it. 2 to me is a great number. They can entertain each other, and it's still pretty low maintenance on the cleanup. Those walnuts with the shrimp, heaven. Oh, I'm getting full, y'all. I'm inhaling. Those deep breath inhales, we've talked about that. That's when, supposedly your body's telling you to stop eating, and mine just does not read that. The typical person would stop eating. Meanwhile, I'm licking the styrofoam at the end of the video. To sop up the juice. Gosh, this is yummy. I know Panda Express is not the healthiest of options, but as a vegetarian, as a pescatarian, I should say, my options are limited as is. Especially in the fast food arena. I've been shaving my shrimpies for last. Does anybody else do that when they have food? They pick their favorite thing and they try to save it for the end. They also told me, which I did not know this, they have shrimp made to order, fried shrimp made to order. 3 pieces or 5, which that's interesting. Especially the fact that they make it, when you order it. But that's good, y'all. And I know some Panda Express, or I've heard stories like it tastes like it's sat out all day. This really doesn't. I've never had it from our location where it tasted like that. You know what I mean? Like, just, ugh, gross. I mean, this is still crispy and yummy. Last bite, I'm very depressed. I could probably eat this whole thing again. Oh, I dropped a walnut. I'm not getting it. I lied. That was the last bite. Okay. Let's look at our fortune, shall we? Oh, I see the kitty. Their fortune cookies are so pale. It's like they've barely been baked or fried, whatever they are. It says, and I quote, "Your YouTube channel will explode and you'll become the next viral sensation." Oh, I knew it. No, I'm kidding. Elegant surroundings will soon be yours. I hope so. One can only hope. And I believe that they are the ones that have kind of a cherry-ish taste. Maybe I'm making that up to their fortune cookies. Let's see. No. I made that up. Normal fortune cookie. Good. Surprisingly good, actually. And again, I say, very crunchy and fresh-ish tasting. Very nice. Let me pick up this little trash here. Clean up my surroundings. Okay, you crazy cats. You guys, not them. That is it for me. That is all she wrote. There's nothing left but the styrofoam container. So I am going to wrap this up. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And please subscribe and like my channel. Let me know below if there are any requests or any kind of videos that you would like to see, or just any conversation. Get the conversation going. Right now. Press pause, comment, come back. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.